Okay. Samuel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. So, folks, we now have one of our professional media colleagues is all the way there in total time, Grand Jida Camped, and he's always there to give us update from that part of Grand Jida particularly. Good evening, Samuel, and welcome to the show. How is Toll City?
Well, good evening, Abraham, and let me say good evening to all of your followers that are monitoring you this evening. Total is very fine, and we are doing pretty good this evening. Thanks for asking.
That's wonderful. It's good to have you. Uh, bring out to speak. We understand that the youth of that place, I think BIE, Administrative District, they are pending youth election. Give us more detail on this development. How far, where are we with the activities when it comes to the preparation?
All right, thank you so much. So, following the district youth election, where in that brought the leadership of Solomon Pajibo, and it was one of his promises that once he got into office, he would decentralize the youth activity and he will make sure that all towns have their youth leaders. So it is predicated upon that the two city youth now about to have their new leader following the 2018 youth election that are here, which brought into power Mr. Nirusin Koinwon, now the township commissioner for the Duo Township. So recently, the IT vice president, Jackson Sai, appointed Mr. Randolph Moru as the chair of the electoral board. So assisting to the chair is Mr. Patrick Cody. He is the principal of the Two Memorial Institute, and we have Junior Two as the secretary, and he also worked at the Two City Magisterial Court. So they had a meeting and they released the calendar event and the qualification for the calendar and even the photos. So the registration, according to the chair, two parties register for this youth election, and we have the new down for Two City Youth Development Party. It's been headed by Harrison Gay. Harrison Gay, former teacher of the Tenacare Christian School, and he's the head coach for Two-Town team. On the other hand, we have the Two City Youth for Progressive Change being headed by Miss Tuduger Kwati and Dixon C. Dixon is the secretary for the motorcycle union BI branch, while Tuduger Kwati wants for district beauty party. So these are the two candidates that are contesting for the youth election, and on the 14 and 15 was the registration for voters. So the electoral board said the election was open to all citizens who reside within two cities, age 18 up to 40s. So the registration commenced on the 14th or on the 15th, which was Sunday, where in 420 people registered to participate in the election. But one thing that occurred during the election was that there were no vote photo were taken during the registration exercise. So that is, if I go, like I'm Samuel, if I go, I will register as Samuel Daniel. There
Okay.
were other parties now, and some youth decided to raise the concern that this also resulted to the fraud election that occurred that was conducted by Gabriel UT during the district youth election, because where we saw and we also reported where other people were voting in other people's names. For instance, you April Coin or April Cooper, they will go and vote. And at the end of the day, you, April, if you decide to go for it, they say, oh, April, you have already voted. So it was based upon that, all decided to raise the concern. And when we asked the electoral commissioner or the chair, Mr. Randolph Moreau, he said they did that as a result of low funding. They said the Two City youth, the outgoing leadership said there was zero balance in their account. So they are using their own resources to conduct the election with the registration. Each of the political party register with 20,000 each. So these are resources that are using. So if they say they will do photo, then it will require a lot of amount of money that will be used. But
Okay.
they said that they will put system into place wherein that to avoid people voting for others. So there will be a system. And one thing they said is that the both and one thing they did during the registration process was the both party has a pool washer. So
Okay.
some people were denied from registering because if you are not a citizen of the town, and those one of those pool washers raised that alarm, and they have dissatisfaction with you, definitely you will not register. And few other people were denied during the process. So they said during the election they will continue to do that, and they will try to, even if it is not 100%, but they will make sure that people will not be able to vote in other names. So the debate is expected to take place on the 21st of this month, and the election will be on the 28th of February.
Okay, that's wonderful. It's a good information from that end. Is there anything else coming up before we take leave of you?
Well, as for now, it
Okay.
will remain as it is as we still are investigating the other case.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you on the platform this evening.
Welcome.
And folks, that was the voice of our media colleague there, Samuel Daniel from Town. We quickly rode to Grand Basso County where we have Hawking Tokwa. It's all the way there in Grand Basso. He's posted to speak to us this evening on happiness from that part of Liberia. And this is the first segment, like I told you is where we connect our professional media colleagues from across to speak to us on happiness from their respective locations, and you just listen to all us. We now have Hawking Thokwa for all the way there in Grand Basso County, specifically Buchanan City, and he's posted to speak to us on major happenings from that part of Liberia, and we are privileged, to have him on the platform tonight. So quickly, with no time, well, I would say good evening, welcome to the show.
Good evening, and let me say good evening to the people of Grand GEDEH County. It's my pleasure tonight to be on your radio.
Fresh time to be live from a bed to deep on the top FM, all the way in the southeast. It's great to have you, my brother.
That's good. And
How is Basso County, specifically where you are?
Basso is good. Our people are going about doing their normal businesses, and everything is working well. So we are here and following on the bits and pieces of all of the major happenings.
That's wonderful. Quickly, bring God to speak. We have been reliably informed that angry citizens burned the Bethel village over allegation that one of their brothers got missing in the incident. Give us more detail or synopsis of this information.
When we got this information on Sunday, we decided to rush. Bethel is between Grand Basso County and Riverside County. We decided to rush there. And when we got on the scene, the villagers had fled the village due to villagers from a nearby town closer to the Better village, where the citizens are saying that their brother went missing, and so they decided to look for this missing brother, but they did not see him. So they were apprehending that this brother may have gone missing, and they decide attaching the crown to Bethel village. So they hurriedly invited the local authority and told the local authority that this is happening, and our brother went to this town, and all of a sudden we can't see him. So while the local authority was trying to intervene into the matter, and the citizen took the matter into their own hand, bring entire time ARCHIES. It was for them, it was not in night. It was this flag, and it went. Some of them went to Bernstein, other places, and they fled the scene. So the entire area got burned. In fact, the police are taking charge of the matter by going on the scene, and they have arrested some people who are part of the whole thing. And then the investigation is ongoing as we speak.
Wow. So with this, why you guys are hearing from the police and that of the victims as well?
Yeah. The first person we spoke to was the council superintendent of Riverside County, because that town falls in Riverside County,
Okay.
and he told us that this is the first time under his administration was the issue of raining time in that part of Riverside County, more West Sanitary District is alarming. It's not the first time it had been happening before, but for this is the first time, and he also cautions the citizens of that area that they should, not continue to take law into their own hands when there are issues, especially when it comes to missing people going missing, other crime. They should all to invite the police for investigation, then taking the matter into their own hands.
Wow. Lastly, Grand Bassa County District Number 5 policy maker, all lawmaker have prompt into alleged kind of workers' salary in that place. Give us more detail on this development.
1 week ago, I visited the lab plantation, and I decided to spill over the 48 division, the 48 camps, lab plantation, where I don't the National Coalition cutting salary of workers and not giving them ID card or NASCO number, because are you sure, according to the information, or those who are employees due, and if you are paying your due, they have to give you ID card and also give you a NASCO number, and that will validate you, receiving money after 100 months payment. But with the workers on the plantation, this has not been happening, and the contractors have been paying that. Some of them are paid over 100 months, some of them are paid over 300, let's say 150 months, but they are not getting any benefit. In fact, they are not getting anything they call, how they call it, injury benefit. Nothing of such have been paid to them. So because of that, they raised up the issue with the community on the Sarah Community Radio Station. And as you may be aware, Lac Plantation is being divided into the 2 electoral districts, if part of A4 in electoral district number 5, and another one is in electoral district number 4. And these are the 2 lawmakers on the Alpha Hezekiah Flomo from electoral 4, and Thomas Alexander Goswa is also in electoral district number 5. But on Tom Alexander Goswa doing his meeting, the residents flagged the issue, the workers flagged the issue on 2. They flagged 2 things. The first thing they flagged was the issue of concession paying or not paying them. They are not going by the minimum wage bill. They are paying them $3.80. And according to the minimum wage bill that was passed since 2015, everybody who is working in the formal sector had to be paid $5.50. But the workers, the plantation is paying her worker $3.80, especially the contractors. And when that was told in the meeting, he said it is wrong, but he's going to do an investigation on it, because companies are all companies, according to the minimum wage bill, all companies are formal sector. And if somebody is working with you in your personal yard, or maybe they're cooking for you, that's informal that they can get paid $3.80. But why would people be working in on the plantation? They are paying 3 80 cents. That have been his argument. So he had called him and concerning the issue of the NASCAR, he had invited the NASCAR boss in Grand Bassa County tomorrow. In fact, there will be a huge delegation on the lab plantation. They have already called the lab management. They will be here to know what is exactly happening, because two things may be happening, because it happened at the Palm Bay where workers were paying social fee, and after they are paid for 100 months, the money that they were paying were not going to NASCOP. Somebody were between and then taking the money, and then they would give part of the money to somebody within the plantation. They cut it from the people and then they share it. And because of the intervention of Thomas Alexander Goswa, the boss then, who have been replaced or sacked from his job because of that illegal transaction that he was carrying on. He had been sacked. He said maybe that's the scene that is happening on the lab plantation. So in fact, the boss of NASCAR will be visiting the lab plantation tomorrow to know if the workers are really paying the social security fee. If they are paying, is it being labeled on their envelope? All these evidence will be shown, and if that is done, then of course they will take the legal step and know what is happening. If action should be taken by NASCAR against whosoever collecting the fee, then that action will be taken, and automatically those workers who are paid the 100 months, their money will be there will be retroactive payment of those money that they have been collecting from them. So that's how the case looks like.
Wow. Okay. We want to say thank you so much. We hope to get to you maybe tomorrow for more updates. It's a pleasure, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you ever so much. Of course, that was the voice of one of our professional media colleagues. He's all the way there in Grand Bassa County. To us on happenings in that part of Liberia. Quickly, we roll to Nimba, where we have Thompson Blue. Our media comrade is there. Thompson to speak to us. We are getting information that somebody, I think the 27 or 28-year-old man, commits suicide in that place. I don't know whether he's on top of this information, so that we can also get a gist of this, because it just coming up just this evening, where a guy finally committed a suicide in Nimba, Wasford. We trying to get Thompson, and as soon as we get Thompson, we'll bring him quickly on the microphone to speak to us right here on this platform. And we still making our way to get Thompson. Still trying my possible best to see what we can get Thompson on the line. Yeah, this evening. Okay, let me see what I can get him from this other line. I hope they're going to serve us well this evening. And the one thing we're also going to be, we'll open the phone line, those of you who started calling already. Don't worry. There are a couple of things we are observing, around time, most especially in our country. That is important. It's prudent enough that we flex out to the listening audience whether it is actually in the right direction and at the appropriate time, whether it's all their demand, have been met. I say trying to get to Thompson from Ganta. His phone is ringing endlessly, and we not get to respond. So we'll hold it there. Let me see what we wrote to BARCLAY, who is also there in Monrovia. we can pick up Brown. We'll bring him on the microphone. So thank you, folks, where you are. We're still trying to get our guys here on the program, and assume we will yeah. So just hold on as prime. Okay, folks. In the meantime, as we still making all effort to get to the rest of our guys here, we want to bring something to the notification of the public. Yeah, something whether is we want to bring it to you quickly, and then we can talk about that in the next few minutes. And so maybe that way at 10 o'clock, we'll call it a date on this fresh segment of the program, and then we'll show you there is another one for the continuation. This early this morning we woke up with this news coming up from the angle of the local authority, and I'm trying to peruse it quickly and have it read to you, so that you can also give your own opinion. It's a new appointment for the 2026-2027 National County Sport Meet, and it says Grand GEDEH County Superintendent of LHS Grand has officially announced the steering committee and a technical support team for the upcoming 2026-2027 National County Sport Meet. After the extensive consultation across Liberia and the diaspora, a powerhouse team has been assembled to bring those trophies home. The mission is clear: promote, support, and restore the glorious sporting image of Grand GEDEH. The steering committee, one appointed National Chairman, Mr. Ronald Ugotei, National Vice Chair for Administration, Honorable Eric Sikesinsei, National Vice Chair for Mobilization and Fundraising, Mr. Sheton Zaduete. They will have National Vice Chair, resident in counted Mr. Gabriel Weabody. He is the principal of Zwaju Multilateral High School. National Vice Chair, that's district.
The second time I jump over you. The third time I will fly over you. Fly over you.
So welcome back, and then we have the chair for diaspora financial affairs, Mrs. Sharina Okuya Willie, and then we got treasurer. We have Mr. Fede Joe, who is the current fiscal superintendent. We got secretary, Mr. Alfonso Ubey of Legis here in the county. We got head of media, Paul Rense. We got global sport ambassador, Mr. Eugene Glasgow. Now we got sport ambassador USA, Mr. Wilfred. Then we got member, we got Russian Ofido Bode, Mr. Suwoson, Mrs. Rita Masakwe. Now we got as official, Honorable Davis Body, patron members. The committee is supported by a distinguished group of leaders, including Senator Zoe Manuel Peno, Senator Thomas Ayanimle, Honorable Jeremiah Sokan, Honorable Kai G. Fale, and many others. Prominent officials dedicated to the county's success. Technical Support Committee, International Technical Support Officer, Mr. Arthur Shilu, Senior Advisor, Soccer Squad, Mr. Swa, is that Grayman? So it's a long list, but I've been around for a while, and following this information, and it is what I'm impressed for, because I know from the angle is that the local leadership, yeah, although they're pointing those individuals from the diaspora, and other part of Liberia and Nigeria as well, is not a bad thing. It's also there to help, carry on this operation of the sporting activity in the country. But concern of Nigerians, I know definitely have been the issue of the local steering committee that is headed currently by V.A. Kunen and the rest of the people. But that have not been done. The restructuring of the local leadership has not been done. But we wake up this morning, we saw this on the social media, placard around that Superintendent Grant has appointed, national official to help with the sporting activities. I don't know whether it have been applied, or what Nigerians are actually been pushing for. I don't know whether it is this particular appointment, because me, I know fully well that they are concerned. I've been from the background of the local leadership here. They have been from the background of the local leadership, so that it can be restructured, bring new breed of leadership on board to see whether they can spearhead the affairs of the sporting activities after dealing with one set of people for over 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, and they are not, getting the kind of positive result they're supposed to get at the end of the day. Yeah, but the only thing we see at the end of the season is the World Trophy. So we open the phone line, as we also stay trying to get the rest of our guys here. I actually want to get Thompson tonight, because we will get his information coming up. I don't know. I think so. Is why he's running after, because he tried testing me, but it's the internet is also giving a tough time here tonight. But 0881-14-3504, 0776-105-175. We will go to the phone line and pick up calls. Good evening to this person.
How are you?
God marry me. I don't know about you. Your name, where you call from?
I'm outside in for him.
Thank God. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you. Darling man, boss, you breaking in. What's going on?
You getting me now?
I think your voice better. Let's hear you.
We listen to few news, but the CLC concern.
Go ahead.
You getting me?
I'm getting you. Go ahead.
The CLC concern is after county meet, you should make report. Let us say report Jesus Christ need on any list. So after the county meet, you should make official report to the CLC. Because the county meet, you go to Pilafo Sarah, you go to Pepper Sarah. We get your SUD, but the CLC concern is after the county meet, you should make a report. Thank you. I will see your next program.
Thank you so much. We'll pick up another person. Good evening. Hello. Nia, where you come from? Are you there? Okay. I don't think you ready to make info. Let's pick up another person. Good evening. Hello.
Good morning, sir. Good evening, sir.
What happened, Berikatu? Welcome to the show. Let's hear you quickly. 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening to the listening audience, and good evening to all of our professors. Welcome into the evening class. All right, thank you. Myself follow that communication of yesterday evening. I went through all of those names, but something that I'm still struggling to understand. Those technical staff names that we saw, was it the names that the citizens of Nigeria have been crying on?
That's the biggest question right now.
That those two elements, citizens are saying we needed to be changed.
Trust me, you bring Mustafa Raji, you put him there. That's not the quest of the citizen.
Okay.
You bring President Joseph Baka, you put him there. That's not the quest of the citizen. Bring George, we are the only world best African player. That's not the quest of the citizen.
Okay.
Why are you passing behind the horse to enter? Wherein the front door is wide open and they say you are welcome in the building. Why you choose to use the back way?
Maybe that's
It's
the
fishes.
most preferable way for him to escape.
It's fishes. It's fishes.
All right.
Something somewhere want to be hidden. So please go back on the drawing board again, Mr. Superintendent, without mentioning our words. We said disabode.
Okay.
Disabode in totality must be changed. We need new breed of people on board.
All
If
right.
you brought new breed of people on board and start bringing those kind of expertise now, then I think you're doing something for the sake of the citizens.
Well, I think
not of
it's
your own interest.
but I think it's not yet late. Yeah.
Better late than never. We are watching the game.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
0881 14 35 04 776 105 105 0776 105 105 0881 14 35 04. The numbers to put you through. Let's hear you. We got roughly, I think, 7 minutes now up to 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, we gave chance. 0881 14 35 04. We'll pick up this pricing quickly. Good evening. I think we lost this pricing. 0881 14 35 04 0776 105 105 776 105 105. The numbers to put you through right here on the platform. This is the fresh segment. We get this pricing quickly. Good evening to you. I beg you, please, if you're not ready to call, don't disturb the line. Because if you continue, definitely you will not call to FM again because I will block your line. Don't disturb the line, give chance to other people. 0881 14 35 04 0881 14 35 04 0776 105 105. Good evening.
Hello, evening.
I'm doing good. Yania, where you come from?
Yeah, calling.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
It's this video, or I just want to radio on.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you have to speak louder. You're low.
I said I'm asking, the soup is in studio.
No.
Adjustment.
No.
So, my topic tonight is that if they change fear and dollar Irish, what will happen to this country? So it means we are living with these two people in the country. They are the rooster for us in this country. That anything they say, it should happen. For me, Abraham, these people, if they been say, I'm very sorry, but like they don't get shame. But for us that can go on the street to witness Grand GEDEH game the last year and this year, for me, I went Grand Bassa. I witnessed the first game, I know I went back there. We are very, very shame. For them, they don't get shame, but for us, we get shame. So please, the people should make everything possible that come country means this year, they should please change these two people. They are the problem for Grand GEDEH country. Thank you very much for the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. 0881 14 35 04 776 105 105 0776 105 105 0881 14 35 04. The numbers to put you through. We don't have much time. Let's pick up this pricing. Good evening.
Good evening, Chief.
You the chief. Your name, where you call from?
This is Wilfred Solo in a on telephone.
Welcome. Let's hear you, my brother.
Thank you so much for the show, and let me say a good day. These counties we just have to bear things because people who are
what they bearing? What they bearing? Who they?
come again.
You said we have to bear things. What bear what?
We have to bear it because what? People who are in position, they are not willing to do their job, so we have to bear with them because I say they are appointed by their special interest. People who have interest in them. These are people that appointed them.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, my brother. We'll pick up a call now if possible. Let's see. We got 3 minutes. Yeah. Up to 10 o'clock. 0881 14 35 04 776 105 105. We are asking whether the appointment made Nigerians have been waiting for. It is the applied 35 04 0776 105 105 0776 105 105 0881 14 35 04 are the numbers to put you to here. Let's hear you. What's going on? 0881 14 35 04. We can pick up, if possible, our last quarter on the first segment of the program. Then we call it a date. Right here. 0881 14 35 04 0776 105 105. I think this person can be our last quarter. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Nia, where you call from?
My name is Fidesco Started.
Fidesco, welcome. Let's hear you. Fidesco, are you there? Okay. So we had to go. Folks, we definitely had to go. And we apologize for coming up a bit late. But somebody will say it better late than never. Let's treat you in this pressing. Good evening. Fidesco, who's this? Yania, where you call from?
I'm Sheldon Peter. I live in Stokely.
Sheldon, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Thank you for the assessment that I was doing now.
Go ahead quickly, no time. We have to go. Are you there? Okay. So folks, it's I think it's 10 o'clock now. And we had to hold it right there. Yeah, we had to leave it at this. And then we will link control to Alexander Duawulu to bring you the second segment, the second and final segment of this program, where you're going to be ushering our panelists. They're going to be discussing some critical developmental issues, that will bring peace and stability to our country, Liberia, on the 21st century. So we hold it there as we review of our messages. Those of our followers online. Eddie Talley say, I'm watching from Monrovia, the nation capital. Thank you so much. Expressing say, my name is Fumbat OK Yelling. Say, thank God. And this person say, I'm watching you live from James, Liberia town, BARCLAY district, Grand Cable County. This right. Say, my name is Dialord Amadou. I'm following you live from Rebel Quarter, King's Law. Thank you so much. And folks, we leave it at this. That's all we have time for on the fresh segment of the program. We leave it at this as we lay in control we link control to Arizona. We'll try to get our things on here as we give way quickly. Yeah. So thank you so much. The name is The Abraham Corporation. I've been here on the first segment of the program. I bear today for.
They talk for me before see me today. I will look at go.
Oh yes, and of course that's it this evening here on Top 105.3 on the program. I bet today for you just listen to the man Abraham D. Cooper on the first segment of the program. I bet today for less a minute. Thanks to him, for connecting our media colleagues from across Liberia, giving an update here this evening. So those of you from Grand Bassa, Nemat, River G, listen to what are development taking place in your various counties here this evening. So quickly, with no time to waste, our panel is already here. We'd like to welcome all of them in here this evening. So you just keep posted and don't you go with those of you watching. Please help us share the podcast so people can be able to join us here this evening. Also, don't forget to drop a comment there where you joining us from this wonderful evening. Mr. Rai, how you doing?
Yeah. How's the evening?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Mr. Smith.
Hectic day for me.
Come again?
I said today has been a hectic day.
Oh.
How about you?
Yeah, everything is okay.
I woke up this morning with a sad news, man.
Wow. What is that?
Yeah. One of historical icon ran 2 times for president of the United States. Jesse Jackson Sr. There's no more contact among us. And I followed him when he was running for president. And he wanted to be an education president. And drew large crowd. And he was civil rights leader. Rainbow Coalition. No more among us. But his legacy will remain. What he did, ran 2 times. And so things will get better. I mean, I remember I met his son, Jesse Jackson Jr., who was representative for Chicago. And we met at the Library of Congress. And when Liberia celebrated its 150th Independence Day. And I was privileged to be there. And he wanted, Jesse Jackson Jr. at that time wanted to have a Marshall Plan for Liberia. So he had a dream. He wanted to have a Marshall Plan for Liberia. But his representative in Congress, it called shots. But um, I hope if he had stayed there, he was going to be one of the champions of Liberia. So as we mourn his father for all what he did for Black people, fought for Black people, African American and Africa, and his son, when in Congress, wanted to take his father's footsteps, but unfortunately, things didn't work. So I will always call him our education president. Because when he ran, I went on Stanford University campus. He drew a large crowd. He's one of the first speaker that speak, and tears came from my eyes. I mean, when he narrated his childhood days, how his mother, single mother, read him, and all of that, and the way he delivered that speech. I mean, tears came from my eyes. I still can remember that day. Tears came from my eye. So as we mourn him today, we lost someone who tried very hard 2 terms for president before Mr. President Obama took over and became the first. But Jesse Jackson, if all had gone well, he would have been the first Black president in the United States. So he did not achieve his goal, but he motivated a lot of people, through his Rainbow Coalition, his civil rights activism, and all of that. He did a lot of good. So remember him today. So my brother, Mr. Amos, I know when I put the post, you said, "Whoa!" So what you remember about the late Jesse Jackson?
Thank you for that question, the veteran. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you, Amos.
All right, so I remember the period when Jesse Jackson was very young, and then he was jumping into the American politics. I was in the grade school. In fact, at that time, we had a subject called current events. Yeah, where as a student in the junior high, senior high, you had to listen to radio, read newspapers that were available at the time. But I grew up in Cape Town. I was not in Monrovia, but I followed Jesse Jackson greatly. I followed him, followed activities, and up to the time God did not agree for him to be the first Black president for America. So when I saw your post today, it was a kind of shock to me because this guy, as far as I know from that time, was a nationalist who really had a heart and a thought, a vision about the Black race, especially in America there. Yeah, so Jesse Jackson, when I saw your post, names like Louis Farrakhan started popping in, remembering the people that were involved in his line. Yeah. So it's a shock to me too. It's a shock to me that an era has ended. His era, if you will, has ended. But the only interesting thing was after Obama became president, I stopped hearing about him. Probably there are other things he was doing, but like the way when I was in the grade school, I followed him. I was not doing it anymore. So in between time, I didn't really know what he was doing. But I know the great Jesse Jackson. I followed him when he visited Talbot here in Liberia. The late President William R. Talbot Jr. Jesse Jackson came to Monrovia. He was given a walking stick, and I remember all of those things.
there was some dark part when he came during Taylor. He and the Reverend, what the Reverend name, man, came during Taylor range, and they said Taylor gave them diamond. That was the only sad part that came. People put that in his life story. So
I'm
he
not
and
hearing
this
that.
Reverend, yeah, he came when he came to visit during Taylor. I think it was about to. I think it was the time the sanction was put on Liberia or on Taylor, and during that time they wanted Taylor to resign or something. He and the what's the Reverend name, man? That's a Reverend who came to, and Taylor was able to conjure both of them and giving them diamond, and the rest is history.
And did they accept the diamond?
Uh, people who know about the story, maybe when your brother come, he know about it. He would talk about it. But I didn't pay close to that. I just focus on the positive side of him. But I've been hearing people mentioning that.
I'm
What his
just
name? There was a
hearing that
Reverend
part
named
of it.
Jerry Fox. That's a Reverend man. Jerry Fox. He came to Liberia. I just forgot his name, but if you Google the Reverend who came and met Charles Taylor, Jesse Jackson was on that trip.
The rebel who, I mean, he was kind of very close to Taylor, like a kind of spiritual advisor, but he's an international person. Is that the reverend?
Yeah,
I don't remember his name.
yeah.
Banco American for you.
Mhm.
Banco American.
Yeah, you're right.
Too much Banco
Yeah,
American.
that what happened.
But if people like Jesse will accept that diamond from Taylor, then it means with time he was a changed person. Where the Jesse Jackson that I know that we're talking about here will identify with Taylor probably because of his fight, you know, to straighten
Hmm.
certain things. But he wouldn't want to
So, but,
receive.
yeah, yeah. So it was Taylor way because the pressure was on Taylor,
Yeah.
and it was a way of having some friends internationally that would help him. So that
Yeah,
was a
Taylor was
sad.
looking for a way to link up with the power in Washington at the time.
Yeah. Uh, if you try to Google it, they will tell you that the visit Jesse Jackson came to Africa and maybe something like that. I maybe they might not say the story, but he met Charles Taylor. Now, whether
Okay.
the story is people were just seeing it because those type of things, nope, the person said would not admit that he took. So, but it was just people seeing it.
I know that when he came to Liberia during the presidency of the late Dr. William R. Tubman Jr., I
Yeah.
was very active in following events. But the
Mhm.
period of Taylor, I was not in Liberia, and
Mhm.
yeah, I didn't really
And
follow that.
I, as I said, despite all the good things he did, there was another thing that prevented him from continuing his candidacy for president of the U.S. I think he ran against President Bush, the President Bush's son, Jr.
Yeah,
And there was
George Bush Jr.
yeah, he had a relationship with a girl out of marriage, and the woman was a professor. And when when reporter broke that news, he had to step out of the race.
Okay.
That was the last time. That was the last time he attempted to run for president of the USA. After that scandal came about, he had a relationship with a woman, and then the rest was history. He had to drop out of the race, and that was the last time Jesse Jackson Sr. attempted to run to become president.
It
That was his last
appears too from what
opportunity.
you say. So it appears to from what you are saying, his public appearance, his public outbursts of issue, like kind of scaled down.
No, but you see, every politician get a dark spot in it. It's just that people don't put it up. And when you're running for position, people can find all these things. Sometimes to him, he
Yeah,
thought it was hidden. But when you're running for president, especially for the USA, you got to check all your eyes and teeth. People looking. Only one person, no matter what you say about him, it won't affect him. That President Trump. Sometimes you say, "Why?" You know, seriously, everything people not saying about the man still win. I mean, I can't. You know, every negative thing they say, he will still win. Other politicians
I
cannot
remember
survive.
one candidate by the name of Gary Hart had to drop from
Mm-hmm.
the race too for similar thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He
you
was
were in a
in
hotel.
the race.
You
Yeah,
were in
go.
a motel. Yeah, and you were running. I think either Colorado representative or something like that. And
Yeah,
when they caught him with the girl in the motel or the found out that he stepped out of the race. Those things happen to a lot of politicians, but it can never
yeah.
happen to President Trump. No matter what you say.
Trump has a way of connecting with his people.
Mhm. So negative news only affects people
Yeah.
who know the person
Mr.
well.
Smith,
Who know the
Mr.
person
Smith.
well. Yeah, yeah,
So you just drop. Let me enter a new studio quick.
yeah.
Then we connect. You just drop.
Okay, okay. Emergency.
Yeah, all of you drop will have late problems. So yeah, all of you drop will have late problems. So we're trying to settle it quick. Just drop. I'll send the new link in the chat room.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.